legs for figure. I'm not sure what you're looking for. I'm not sure what to do with them. I feel like that's the awkward part. The shoulders and the back and all of that but the legs, I'm a little less confident in understanding the look that you're going for.
Well, you want shape, you want muscle. I mean, obviously you want to be able to see the shape underneath. I don't necessarily, I mean, you want to kind of almost at the point that you're going to almost start to see the separation, but you don't. You know what I mean? Or somebody like Nicole, her legs are always a little bit more on the softer side. She always will tighten them on stage and stuff. Where somebody like Erin, who's a much leaner competitor, she's always going to try to relax them because sometimes she gets knocked down because she comes in too lean and too thin. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of finding that balance, you know what I mean, that balance that you're just almost at the point where you start to see separation, but you don't. I kind of think that's what, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to see separation in the women's figure, but I want to see muscle. I want to see quads on you. I want to see nice shape, you know, nice shape to your legs.
Okay, thank you.
Does that make sense? Absolutely. My mouth is so tired.
And I guess the reason, in my opinion, why a lot of people go to quote-unquote names is because they know what they're doing. And I see it. I live in Denver. There's a number of great trainers, but there's a number of people that want to be the next Kim. They want to be the next, you know, pick a name that whoever you want to point to. But Kim's been doing this for a long time and he knows what he's doing. So that's why he has so many girls that come to him. I see guys who they've done a show and then all of a sudden they think they can train women for physique or body or for bikini. And I see them posing, and those are the people that stand out like a sore thumb. And they don't know what they're doing. So when you go to a trainer that quote unquote has a name, you're also paying for their expertise and they're a professional. So just remember that if you're working with the trainer, a lot of them are trying to be the next name and they're using you and they're not, you're kind of their experiment and then when you get to it may work on the smaller level, you do a small local show and you win, then you go to, say, an Emerald Cup or a Sacramento show like this, or you know, a bigger regional show, then all of a sudden you're placing last because you don't know how to pose, or your diet was off, and then it even gets, you know, it just keeps going. Then you go to nationals or junior nationals or wherever it may be. So just keep that in mind if you're working with the local trainer, you know, make sure that when you're posing, you know, look online. You can see videos, you can see photos, that you're not flapping your arms, you know, like that's the thing to where you can always tell a trainer that trains the same people too, because they'll do the same exact posing where it's like they're flapping their wings in figure and it's like, what are you doing? You know, so, and that's the way they are taught. So a lot of times, you know, the judges will see that and they'll be like, you know, you'll probably get docked just because you can't see the physique, but that's what your trainer taught you to do. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you're picking a trainer, that you know that you're paying for what the, you know, what you're supposed to be doing.
And I want to be the voice of reality now. This could hurt me, but I'm going to be honest because I tell my clients all the time, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to set you up for failure. I'm going to tell you the truth. The honest, brutal truth here, we're only as good as you let us be. That's the truth. So understand, no matter what trainer you work with, no matter who they are, or how talented they are, it all boils down to your input. And this takes work. Where these girls are, believe me, it takes work. Some of them will push themselves off, tease people and say, Nicole will eat grass and push herself through a wall if I tell her. But it's one of those things where we're only as good as you allow us to be. So there is no magic potions. There are no magic pills. It's just, it's hard work, dedication, and drive. And so can trainers help you with guidance and lead you along the path to get there? Yes, we can. You know, do each of us have a certain thumbprint on what we do? Sure, we each have a certain way of doing things. But the bottom line is the credit's not really all ours. The credit's yours, because I'm only as good as they allow me to be. So if they do their homework and they follow everything and they do it, God bless them. They're going to reach that level and they're going to get to where they need to be, but we can only have that happen with you. So always understand, this all starts with you. Everything starts with you. So if you make that dedication to, no matter where I go, I'm going to give it 2,000% and I'm going to push it like I can, you'll get there and you'll get to your goals. But always remember, it always starts with you. And the trainer goes from there. The trainer takes it over and makes sure you go down the same path.
But also, too, the other thing is, too, is, again, because we have so many great trainers in the country, and the good ones have also done their homework. They know what the sport is looking for. So if you, no matter what division you're in, whether it's bodybuilding, fitness, figure, we know what I mean, they're going to take your body to where they know the judges want to see. And again, that's from their years of experience and them studying the sport. And, you know, even though I keep saying that at the, you know, that the IFBB judges that we kind of look for the same thing, you know, trainers will know some of the judges are going to go a little bit harder, some are going to go a little bit softer. You know, I mean, we're just human. This is not like, you know, you have a stopwatch, you run 50 yards and somebody hits the, you know, the stopwatch at the end of the thing. We all kind of have a little bit of, you know, what we like to see or what we don't like to see. So there is going to be a variance. And good trainers, they know that. So they're going to know where the judges are, what kind, you know, what level, how tight you should be, if you come in a little bit softer here. So, you know, when you get to the top, that part two is a little bit that comes from those years of being involved in the sport and knowing, you know, where the NPC is evolved and the look that we're looking for.